So I'm going to find a way to sneak a little Miami in here. Gone too far. Has Fran Brown, head coach of Syracuse, gone too far? You're gone too far, brethren. I want to talk about coach behavior a little bit. Speaking of that, Indiana coach Kurt Cignetti speaks with a lot of confidence. Told people to Google him. All he do is win. The reporter asked Kurt Cignetti, hey, Indiana team play here? He said, this team ain't play here. Speaks with a lot of confidence. Fran Brown speaks with a lot of confidence. Coach Prom speaks with a lot of confidence. There's quite a few coaches that do this. My question is, the movement and the antics of Fran Brown, has he gone too far? And what do I mean? Let's talk about, and some of this stuff I can't play because it's I'm not trying to get copyright tonight, y'all. I'm really not trying to. Trying to ease up on that because they getting serious on us. Right here. Coach Mario Cristobal and Fran Brown talking a little trash during the game. See the ref talking here. These refs are going to come in. You can see. I can move it like this. Now, they both came out and said, hey, you know what? Man, we're just being competitive, man. Ain't no big deal. We good. There's no pressure. No big deal. We good. Coach Cristobal ain't no punk. Coach Fran Brown said, I ain't no punk either. Let me pull up some other things that happened this week with Coach Fran Brown at Miami game. Everybody knows he had an interaction. And for parents, there's some cursing here. Y'all know I try not to do a little cursing, but I guess one of the guys at the game had an interaction with Fran Brown at the game. Y'all check. Hold on. Is the sound on? Oh, Lord, I'm all over the place. Get out of here. Okay, the sound is on. Let me go back. All right, here we go.
You're not getting washed tonight. Sorry ass. Sorry ass. You're not getting washed tonight. Yeah, dirty ass boy. You're not getting washed tonight. Sorry ass. Sorry ass. You're not getting washed tonight. Yeah, dirty ass.
Now, here's what I'll say to this. Hold on, let me go through all of them, then I'll give my spiel at the end. We're not done yet. Trying to go to this one. Hold on, where is it? Right here. With the playmaker. Now, I'm going to let this play. I hope the playmaker don't copyright me. Come on, playmaker. I support you, baby.
All due respect. I love how you play. Don't get used to this shit. I got you, coach. I got you, coach. I appreciate you, coach. I appreciate your intensity, coach. That's good. That's what it takes. Good job, man. Good job. All due respect. I love how you play. Don't get used to this shit. I got you, coach. I got you, coach. I appreciate you, coach. I appreciate your intensity, coach. That's good. That's what it takes. Good job, man. Good job.
Hey, that boy say, hey, I like the way you play. Don't get used to this ish. Told the playmaker that. Don't get used to this ish, dog. Here's my last one. And I want to really talk about this part because I think this is going to be important in regards going forward. This is Fran Brown going towards a referee. I got to stop and pause it because copyright. That's where he got to be careful right here. But I'll talk about this in detail when I'm finished. Shout out to LMV, say I got the red light special going. You know what time it is. 9171 got you on the line. Let me finish this piece and I'll wrap it up when we get into the phone line. Has Fran Brown gone too far? In some aspects, I don't think so. In other aspects, I say you got to be careful. I'll go with the referee piece first. He's going to have to be careful with that referee, and this is not the first time he's barked at referees. I totally understand it, right? I totally understand fighting for your team. I totally understand standing up for your guys. I totally understand being dealt wrong. But that is a battle you will never win. A lot of people don't understand this. He's very close to touching that guy. If you touch a referee, that's automatic ejection, big fine. We also know Fran Brown got a very strong mouth. He like to, curse a lot. Once you get that tag, once they feel threatened, as they say, they feel threatened, a lot of things going to happen. I think somebody at Syracuse may speak to him in regards to that part. I know Fran Brown as well had some interviews where, somebody tried to poach his players and he said, look, I ain't no witch. Put a B in front of it. I think some of that stuff he has to be careful with, and I understand that whole antic of he keeping it real. It's not your profession. You work within college football. You're not college football. Second is, you haven't won yet. You're an outsider. You're not the person that's bringing money to this organization and to these conferences. They're not going to turn a blind eye to that kind of stuff. So I just want to say that piece in regards to that kind of stuff. Now, when it gets to saying certain things, I don't have a problem. Like a lot of people made a big issue because he said a sideline reporter from ESPN said this. Fran Brown didn't come out of his mouth and say this like publicly that I could find. Was we had Miami on the verge to quit and we let them off the hook when Miami scored right before the half. Now, I'm going to just say that I'm going to take my Hurricane fan hat off and put my coaching hat on. Well, what else was he supposed to say? Sometimes we take coach speak for the gospel, and it's just what it is. What is he supposed to tell his team? Yeah, guys, they're a really good team. Yeah, we let them score. No. You had a 15th or 18th ranked team who was number 2 in the nation at one point, who's supposed to have a Heisman hopeful, who's supposed to be doing all this stuff, and a bad Syracuse team. You had them boys 0-0 in the whole first half. What is the coach supposed to say? I don't have a problem with it. None of that, first of all. And I know Coach Cristobal went on to a radio show, I think Joe Rose it was. It was like, talk is talking. I get all that. Second is, he and Coach Cristobal having the banter on the field. I get it. I've done that myself. See, what some people don't understand, sometimes you have to do things to get your players going. Sometimes you got to light a fire under them indirectly. I see my coach willing to fight the other coach. I'm going to fight harder. Here's what it is. I see my coach fighting for that call. I got to fight harder as a player. We've all done it. I've gotten ejected out of a game before to motivate my players. And they went and won the damn game. This for you, coach. This for you. Ref had to escort me off. But I was willing to sacrifice me for the greater good. So I get that part. I get the guy that's going to stand up for his team as the leader. But it has to be methodically done. And I'm not saying he's not doing that or he is. I don't know. I'm just saying there are certain things you got to do or you don't do. And that's what people have to understand about this game. It's an emotional game. You out there 60 minutes running into other men full speed. It's about emotion. And when your team is not that good, you got to try to get the best out of them. Kurt Signetti, he's doing it, but he's being successful at it. Fran Brown is trying to find that spark. And maybe this is all he knows, or the only way he knows is through his toughness. Maybe it's because he grew up in Camden, New Jersey, not a great area. Maybe he's trying to instill toughness. Damn, dog, I ain't got nothing but a hat and a whistle, and I'm tougher than y'all. He may also be speaking indirectly to recruits. That, bro, you come here to Syracuse, I'm going to stand up for you. I'm not going to let nobody run over you. Now, I'm going to go to the fan piece. I don't believe he should have interacted with that fan. You know, he could have shot him a peace sign. Yeah, you're right. Keep moving. Because you as the professional, you as the $1 million coach who's making million, I don't know what that fan does, but probably ain't making what you making. Don't interact with that. They're fans. They're the outside. But I don't think Fran Brown took it. See, you can see the smile on their face, the banter, and that's fine. I think Fran Brown understands the banter. He understands the back and forth. But I'm saying all this to say some things you don't interact with because you have more to lose than that guy in the stand. Worst going thing happen to him, what? You get banned from the games or whatever. Okay? So if I was him, I would not have interacted with the fan. I mean, I would have shot him a peace sign, kept rolling, whatever. I'm not mad at him because, again, we all human. We all emotional. I get it. And shout out to his player. I don't know if y'all saw that. His player tried to push him on in the locker room like, come on, coach. Leave that junk alone, baby. I don't think Coach Fran Brown is going too far, but what I do believe is that he's getting very close from the perception of the profession. From the perception of the profession, he's getting very close because here's the difference between him and, say, a Kurt Signetti. Wins and losses. Wins and losses. Go Fran Brown, you ain't won ish yet. Kurt Signetti winning. And he won at James Madison and won at IUP and won at these different places. So I'm not mad about the comment. There's a very thin line between confidence and arrogance. Very thin line. However, in this profession, you got to win. And what I hope doesn't happen, because I like Fran Brown. I like the fact that he's going in there saying, hey, I'm this guy. Never mad at a guy that has confidence. But what I don't want to do is that hurt him down the line for another job, because I don't believe Syracuse is where he'll finish his coaching career. Whether he gets fired or decides to move on through wins, or he gets fired because of losses. But you don't want to hurt your opportunities because of what you did in this one spot. Real quick before I get to the phone line, shout out to Reggie. NBA coaches get ejected in games just to motivate their players all the time. Thank you. Baseball players do it all the time. Baseball managers, all of the time. They go out there and get in the umpire face. Yeah, all the time. Reggie again for the $5. Many of you are calling Fran Brown a clown, but his players will run through a wall for him. Will Miami's players do this? Woo, come on, Reggie. God dang, bro. Hold on, 9171. I'm coming to you, brother. Oh, ma'am. I'm sorry. I don't know. I just see a number. I'm going to let y'all call in to determine that. I ain't getting into that. And I understand Miami fans call him a clown. You should be. He the op. I ain't mad at that, but I've taken my cane hat off, my fan hat, and I'm putting on just a coach's hat to talk about this. I love the intensity. And then let me go to the Michael Irvin place real quick. People like Michael Irvin took offense. I don't believe Michael Irvin took offense. That's Michael Irvin. That was Michael Irvin looking at himself in the mirror. A person that gets it, a person that understands what Fran Brown was saying, understand they talking the same language. He wasn't disrespectful. I don't think he was being disrespectful to Michael Irvin. He would let him know, hey, coach, don't get used to this, Mike. Don't get used to this ish. I'm coming. What do you think of Michael Irvin would have said if they would have lost the Super Bowl or something? He would have came back and say, y'all better not get used to this. I think Michael Irvin truly appreciated what Fran Brown said. Looked him right in the eye and said, hey, coach, don't get used to this. And again, that's within the game. That's not a fan. I mean, even though Michael Irvin technically is a fan, but you get where I'm going. And Michael Irvin said, I appreciate it. Because he understood it. Huh? He understood it.